Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend, the lumberjack landlord. How you doing, buddy?
I'm super excited to go through this. I have not seen it yet, full disclosure.
Yeah, I have only pulled it up. I have not read it either. I got the headline, but basically, we're going to look at an article that just came out on CNBC that I did not have time to cover in my daily financial news. So I said, hey, let's pull it up. Let's go through it with the lumberjack. And this is going to be home builder sentiment. We actually get a very important number on Thursday. So before we pull up the article, I'll ask you this. On Thursday, National Association of Realtors is going to come out with their existing home sales for the month of September.
Yes.
So last month, they came out with a median home price of $389,500. I was off by like 16 grand the wrong way. So it was a big swing and a miss on my part. What do you think might come in median home price? Are we going to go down from 389,500 or go up? What do you think?
Now, we went up last month to 389.5, didn't we?
No, it came down. It was
right.
It was 406 or 404. I think it was 404 to 389. I called 406. So I was off by a mile. I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm staying with my continuing trend of down. It's going to be down. Yeah. It's going to be down.
So, okay. And then I'll continue my trend to be.
Yeah. 389. I mean, we're going to be, I think we're still 380, 380, 381. Yes. And we're going to be, I think we shed a little bit, but I think we don't shed as much because transactions have slowed down.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I'm taking the over just because I'm a glutton for punishment, but not by much. I think I went 391, so I'm up like $1,500.
We're within the margin.
I'm over, you're under. There's a lot. I've asked my audience, and most people are under. So I'm clearly standing on an island all by myself.
It's that negativity bias. Yeah,
maybe I don't know, but yeah, it'll be interesting. And then again, we'll talk about inventory. For me, prices. Obviously what the channel is hungry for. So let's see that. But for me, it's going to be inventory because I think this might be the last month that inventory ticks up ever so slightly. And then we're down in October, down in November, down in December. What do you think of that?
So these are September numbers, right?
Yeah. So I actually guessed down slightly, but if there is 1 month left that's up, it'll be September, I think.
I agree with that. I think if there's a month left, it would be September, but I think we're down. I mean, I'm seeing still limited supply coming on the market, general inventories being down, the stuff that's coming is way overpriced. And then there's sometimes there's a bargain. There's some stuff that was priced that I saw come on last week. That's like, did they hibernate since June?
Are they kidding me? Yeah, we still get some wish pricing. It's crazy.
Oh, some insane stuff, just insane stuff. So yeah, I think we're now in that period where I think anything is negligible, but if not, I lean towards the negative,
Yeah. Well, let's talk about home builders. That's what we're meant to talk about here. I haven't read the article. I'm hoping they get super negative. I hope they're slowing down. I hope they're canceling lots. Part of this process is, we got to get to the other side, and home builders just need to stop. The Fed's coming after their business. They've taken the cost of capital for buyers from 3 to 7, heaven knows 8, is coming.
Yeah.
So my hope is this article is they're super negative, but, we shall see in a minute.
I like our chances.
I like our chances too. In full disclosure, I did read the headline, but that was it. Home builder sentiment drops to half of what it was 6 months ago.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's see. Home builder sentiment, single family home fell 8 points to 38. Anything under 50 is bad. Anything under 40 is really, really bad.
Yeah, but fell 8.
Yeah, it's a big jump for a month.
It's huge.
That's shocking. Massive. Rising interest rates are to blame. Oh, shocking.
Never would have guessed that.
Yeah, rates are now 7 instead of 3. Okay, so far so good. What else do we got? Let's see.
Some quality reporting by Dion.
Yeah, sometimes, but she only can deal with the numbers she's got. So 30-year was here. It's average of 7.12. It's actually 7.4 now.
Yeah.
Non-QM is over 8.5 now.
I know. I know. I know.
Thank God you got your deal done a couple weeks ago.
724, yeah, on 50. Yeah.
Higher mortgage rates have weakened demand. So tell me what you're building.
Never would have guessed.
I want to know what they're building. This is actually a pretty short article.
It is. There's not a lot here.
It's unhealthy and unsustainable. Shocking.
Yeah.
Sales slid 9 points to 45. I'm actually surprised that's not lower. Expectations, there's a big drop. So that's even weaker That's great. And traffic, oh my gosh, traffic fell to
Wow.
25.
25.
That's ugly. This will be the first year since 2011 that we see that this is what I wanted.
Yes.
Starts are going to go, and they're going to go down next year.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
here we go. Look at that. And it's going to decline. Look at that. I just said it. I didn't even read it.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's going to, so again, builders are going to build less. Builders are not going to be producing the inventory, creating a glut, forcing prices down.
Yeah, see, the northeast is just really kind of stable.
It's okay, actually. I mean, it was over 50.
Yeah, we
It was
fell
over
3 to 48, but those, I mean, we don't have like the big, like 7 points in the west and 7 points in the south. Like those are big numbers.
Yeah, but the other thing I look at is that means the northeast was over 50 until this month, and the south was over 50 until this month. Where I live, we're just screwed. We've been under 50 for a while. Yeah.
Sure, it has nothing to do with your state's policies.
Oh, this is the West. So this is not only California. Thank you very much. Yeah, but in short,
isn't it the 8th largest economy in the world, California?
Yeah, all by itself. Yes.
Okay.
Top 10, baby. Top 10.
just checking.
Just checking. The question is, will it be the top 10 in the next 5 years? I don't know. We're losing a lot of talent.
I don't know. It does live off the US dollar, so probably.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But it's interesting looking at this because, again, I think home builders are doing what I would expect them to do.
Yeah.
So first off, just some stats that came earlier on the daily financial news over the next couple of weeks or last couple of weeks. This is all from memory, so they may be off. Lennar in the state of Tennessee canceled 30,000 lots, right? They're not land banks, they're optioning land. So they let 30,000 lots go.
Oof.
Again, that's what you expect them to do.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Home builders have already started changing some communities from selling to build for rent.
Yeah.
Home builders are now collecting inventory and going right to private equity and creating deals. They're doing 15% discounts to take on multiple buildings. So builders are doing what I would expect them to get smaller. They're changing how they sell. They're going to discount existing inventory. But now as they go forward, they're only going to build when the buyer has a construction loan, right? They're going to take all that future risk off the table.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I've talked to some people that have put stuff under contract that they said my house is going to be finished in July to August of 2023. I was like, I said, I was like, I got to be honest. I don't know that you're going to close.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, who knows where rates are, right?
Who knows? Like I just did a deal with my bank and they said, well, we're going to rate lock 3 days before the loan closes. You go, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not going to work because we could go from 7 to 8.5 and then it's a garbage deal. I don't do that deal.
No, I mean, shit, it could become an average deal and you won't do that.
No, why would I? Nope. I'd rather keep the powder dry because I know in the next 6, 12, 18 months, it costs me nothing to wait. This is different than a home buyer. Right now, it costs me nothing to wait. I can wait to buy more cash flow. Yeah. I want to buy cheap cash flow.
So at the end of the day, home builders are clearly going to build less this year.
Yes.
But I think they're going to build a lot less next year. This is very much 1981 all over again, where new inventory fell by more than 50%. And it makes sense. It's unaffordable. It just doesn't make sense at 7, 8, 9%, unless they find another way to build cheaper homes or the government comes in with some kind of incentives. Housing's in a depression. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the challenging thing is, a lot of the stuff that we buy gets manufactured overseas. China continues to remain shut down. Yeah, and so a lot of product is still very expensive. And supply chain, I think, has been far more of an impact. I watch a lot of uneducated economists, work with Simon. He's fantastic. I think what's really interesting is I think he's really nailed it on the head when he says a lot of the issues that we're seeing now with inflation are supply chain related. I completely agree. The supply chain was cleared up a lot on the lumber side. No real demand changed in the last 6 months, but they really did a better job of cleaning up the supply chain. So what ended up happening? Lumber's down from $10 for a 2x4 to $330 for a 2x3 or $340. It's dropped.
What was it pre-crisis? Like 19?
Pre-crisis was $250.
All right, so up a little bit.
Yeah, $250, $275 for a 2x4x10 or 2x4x8, excuse me. And so the problem is wire before the pandemic, wire was 40 to 42 bucks for a roll of 250, 14.2, which is used for lights and outlets.
Mhm.
And now you're pressing 118.
Oh, wow.
You're talking literally 3x the price. And then other things, one of the big things that I think that a lot of people and builders are more subject to this than a lot of people realize, building code. They have taken new building codes on, because the building code gets written and then it's waiting for the town to then say, okay, we adopt this level of code. One of the towns I do work in, or cities I do work in, they just adopted that new code. My cost for redoing a light setup in a house went from $8 per unit to $98 per unit.
Wow.
Guess how many of those I'm doing now?
Not many.
Zero.
Why would
I'm
you?
not doing any of them.
Yeah, those lights work.
Yeah, I'm like, nope, no, nope, not happening. So that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think what we're seeing is builders they're running a business, and it's very
Yes.
different than last time. I mean, I was in the crisis last time, and builders were everywhere. They were almost land banks. They were doing some funny loans themselves, and that's just not how they're operating. They're going to move inventory. The builders are just like Target and Walmart.
Yes.
They got caught with some finished goods that weren't there. They're going to blow those off. They're going to sell them to whoever's buying, including private equity. And then they're just going to build, like, the work in process is going to go.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so. I mean, I've got $500,000 worth of construction ready projects, budget ready projects that we're going to start pulling the trigger on. We just want to see labor costs come down, and we want to be able to put people to work that aren't at work. And we also want to see product costs, material costs go down.
Very, very cool. So you envision this maybe Q1 of next year, get through the winter and see what's what?
Yep, I do. Yep. We're going to basically, the one thing that doesn't really change a ton is demo cost. It's changed a lot in the last couple of years just based on cost of dumpsters. But yeah, we'll probably get stuff gutted, then make a complete list, and then just probably really get organized and buy a bunch of stuff all at once. And we'll probably save 20 to 30% on our purchase, is my guess.
There you go. Well, you do a lot of stuff. You do these great product reviews. Where can people find you?
Lumberjack Landlord on YouTube and Instagram. Product reviews has got its own playlist, and there's actually 2 new products that we're displaying this week. We're waiting for them to come in. We discovered them, we've been using them, and we have seen 0 failure rate with them. So we'll be talking about those this week.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mike.